I'm not being a clown. I'm actually here. So yeah, Fortnite stream was pretty fun. Like I said in the Discord, we will not have a podcast episode tonight because our guest is in Japan. And we kind of worked out that it would be better, easier for him to come on Thursday night instead. So I will be back tomorrow night for that. But we're here tonight, and we're here to commit to some nightmare fuel. Like we always do about this time. And yeah, let me just grab my hat and let's get started. Just took a scalding hot fucking shower, as I am prone to do. Okay. Let me just switch here. Oh. I never zoomed in. Immersion ruined. Okay. That works. Yeah, I just took a scalding hot shower. So it's very hot in here right now, despite it being 44 degrees outside. So we got the cool air running. And I'm going to switch to the proper streaming headphones. 770s. Okay. We'll replace the piano. Always a nice one to hear first thing. But yeah, I think this is my first time having an international guest, which is going to be cool. I've had people from pretty much across the country, but I have not had anybody from a foreign country yet. So that's a cool first. And not only that, we actually have a lot in common, this guy and I. I kind of already said the name, so it's spoiled, but it's going to be a great episode. We have Silent Hill in common. We have audio gear in common. We have interest in Japanese culture, obviously. I mean, he made the decision to move there, so I would assume that we have common ground there as well. And yeah, it should just be a very, very good episode. I'm excited for it. And most importantly, you know, we're expanding our horizons. We can have international guests and, you know. Now, do I need to get all my shit uploaded and the backlog up on YouTube? Yes. I absolutely do. But the good thing about it only being once a week is it's not the hardest thing in the world to get those caught up. I can just take like a couple hours on a Saturday to get that done. Fallout 2 for free? Where do I buy this? Included with Prime? Oh, it's GOG. Well, fuck it. I'll download it. I've heard that Fallout 2 is pretty cool. Fuck it. There's a little bit of a frizzy mess tonight, as it does do from time to time. Let's see. Yes. Alright, cool. So now I have Fallout 2, which I've never in my life played or seen. I am a filthy 7th gen 2008er, and I only know about Fallout 3 and newer. That's all I know. Man. You know what, though? I will say, here recently, and this is going to sound so cliche, but here recently, the stream has felt so fucking different. I don't even necessarily know what it is. Like, we're playing very similar games to what I've always played. We're doing very similar things, but for whatever reason, it's just felt really different for me. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. I'm not really quite sure yet. I just know that that's how I feel. I'm trying to get the white balance to fix itself. There we go. And, you know, change is always healthy, I feel like. You know, if we were, for years and years and years, my formula was very simple. It was just start the stream, just chatting for about an hour, straight into a horror game. That was the format, and it did not change under any circumstances. So, you know, I'm always of the opinion that change is healthy. I don't think there's any world where change is unhealthy. But, you know, it's just, there's something to be said about the comfort of a format, for sure. I'm trying to get the camera to where it's not tilted to one side really hard. But yeah, you know, there's something to be said about the comfort of a format. And of course it comes in, you know, that comes in many shapes and sizes. Like, some people have their specific games and they only play those games, and some people have, you know, a genre like I do. But for me, that format was so tried and true, and I didn't deviate from it whatsoever for years and years and years and years. And I think that's why things have felt so different lately, because we are branching out and doing different things, which ultimately, of course, like I said, is not a bad thing. It's just different. There's not really, I mean, yeah, there's a definitive good and bad when it comes to streaming, but I think different ultimately is a net positive. You know, if you're doing something different and you're trying something new and you're experimenting and you're going elsewhere with your stream, that's always good, because, you know, even if you're the most entertaining person in the world in that one particular genre, it's always good to branch out and try new things. Even if they fail, you know, I don't give a shit about failure. Because I'm not doing this to succeed or fail. I'm just doing this to have fun. You know, if this was a situation where, you know, my stream was make or break, and I had like quit my job and I was single, and it was the only, you know, it was the only thing that I had to be concerned about, that'd be one thing. But it absolutely is not. I do this to have fun, and yes, of course, I love to entertain people too. But at the end of the day, this is ultimately just to have fun. So I'll try and fail at a million things if that's what it takes. You know, I just find it fun. Failing is fun sometimes, for real. You know, you tried something new. Sure, it didn't work out. You wish it would have, but now you know, and you have more information going forward. And the audience will always, always tell you, Twitch especially and Reddit, they're not ashamed. They will tell you straight up, this fucking blows, this is horrible, you should never do this, etc. And while some people might be heavily offended by that, I'm not really. You know, some people have told me certain games that I've played. I've gotten DMs after the stream and been like, man, I could tell you were burned out or you really didn't like that game. You probably shouldn't play that again. And I'm like, you know, if it's that obvious, you're not wrong. How do Kent, as in Clark Kent, doing a Hadouken? How does he do it? Or is that what you're asking me? How does he do it? By the way, Dr. Red, did you see the new emotes yet? Hey, what's up, Junkyard? It's going good, man. Going good. I'm just chilling. I'm really excited about tomorrow night, you guys. Me and this guest, I know I already spoiled it, but I'm going to keep it under wraps again. Me and this guest have so much in common, and I'm actually going to send him a run of show with all the questions I want to ask, but I want to get your guys' take on it as well, as far as questions you think that I should ask somebody that, A, lives in Japan, is a massive fan of Silent Hill like I am, and, oh, show it? How Clark Kent does it? He would probably do it through his eyes. He would lift his glasses and shoot them out like that. He would shoot Hadoukens like that. Anyways. But yeah, show me the emotes. Oh. I'm sitting here showing you how Clark Kent does fucking Hadoukens. I never fail to find a new way to be so stupid on stream, dude. Hover over those if you're on PC, but you can see the fully expanded out versions. They're so good. God, they're so good. Insanely good, dude. And the beauty of these is that these are just the first two. We can go way further with these. You know, like there's so many other ones that we can do off of these. And she won't have to do nearly as much work because she doesn't have to draft these from scratch anymore. So she's already been attributed. Looks like she didn't accept the attribution yet, but I did attribute those emotes to her. So if she goes in and does that, then you guys will see that she's the artist. The artist formerly and currently known as Gummy Lotion. What the fuck? And yeah, animated emotes could be something in the future as well. Like, we can totally explore animated emotes. There's no reason why we can't. So she actually sent me a draft when we were talking about this, like ideas for emotes. She sent me this draft, and I've been given full permission to show these, by the way. But here's a draft of an animated emote that she made, where it's me. Oh. Smirky rise through the SH fog. See, wouldn't that be sick? So we could have an emote of me that, and you guys could like spam it when the stream is over. Me disappearing into the fog, as we do. Yes, a black screen emote. Yes. Now that's hype. I would spam it. Hey, nothing wrong with that, dude. If the degenerate Mr. Streamer approves of it, you guys can spam it. Anyway, so talking about the guest for tomorrow night again. This guy lives in Japan, which is very interesting on its own. So some of the first questions immediately that I want to ask are, what are some of the differences you notice living in the States versus living in Japan? You know, is there anything that sticks out immediately when you think about culture, or you think about, you know, just the way that people conduct themselves in public? Hey, what's up, Stoned? How you doing, sir? But yeah. So I'm going to ask questions about Japan. I'm going to ask questions about, you know, his favorite Silent Hill game, and we'll have obviously a deeper conversation about that. He appears to be extremely well versed in audio gear, so we can talk about that as well. This is going to be a great episode. We have a lot in common. I'm gonna keep the guest under wraps. I spoiled it a few days ago, but unless you guys go searching through the VOD, you wouldn't find it. That's not an invitation to go do that, by the way. I'm doing great, Stoned. I hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, who's the guest, Ken? The guest is... That's the guest. Yes, I did just do random mouth flaps. But yeah, I played Fortnite last stream. I don't know if you were here for that, Stone. You probably were. That was fun. Yep, Chris Chan is going to be on the podcast. Can you imagine, dude? Holy shit. Imagine if Christian Weston Chandler, or whatever their name is. Whatever Chris Chan's name is these days, because I feel like it changes every 2 seconds. How many victory royales? 3, actually. 3 victory royales, but they were like my first 3 games, so it wasn't anything special. No, it's not anything special, Stone, because the way that Fortnite works is it puts you in actual baby lobbies for your first 3 games, and then after that, it puts you with actual players. So my first 3, it actually put me with dudes that like didn't even know how to use a mouse and keyboard, most likely. Yeah, it's MMR. Now, this did happen. This was a pretty good shot in my 3rd game. Wait, what? Did my stream have a watermark on it? I thought I saw an infinity watermark on my stream. What the hell was that? There better not be any fucking watermarks on here. Okay, there's not. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, yeah, so this happened. This guy tried to escape, and watch this. This is actually pretty cool. I had some Quake drum and bass going. Oh my god, that shot was fucking insane. I just led the shot a little bit underneath him because I knew that that's how that works in these games. And he was smart to put that little shield bubble down, and then he used like a wing of Icarus thing to fly away. Oh my god, that shot. So that was pretty crazy. It is hit scan, yeah, but you have, if you're really, really far away, the bullets have travel time, and they start to dip down a little bit. Here, I'll mute it and just show that. I think this is after I switched to the sniper, yeah. Oh, that was no scope. Yeah, no scope on that sniper either. But yeah. It was, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I had fun. Now, one issue I do have is that for whatever reason, Fortnite does not work with game capture. So if a game doesn't work with game capture, what do you have to do? Well, you gotta do window capture, which I don't like, but I kind of had to just bite the bullet on it because I didn't have a choice. So, I had to use window capture, and it gives you this annoying, really thick green border around the whole game window. So that's fucking stupid, but yeah. Not very distracting as long as you're not paying too much attention to it. Yeah, a streamer that I watch pretty frequently actually recently moved to Kick. And I actually, you know what? I actually had this moment a few days ago where I was like, should I move to Kick? But then I was like, nah, I don't want to do that, because inevitably, you know, Kick has a lot of issues with moderation. Not as in just viewers in your stream. They have an issue with the whole fucking site-wide moderation right now. Like the amount of scam bots that are running amok, and view bots, and you know, trying to get you to fucking purchase a subscription, or pretending to be content creators doing giveaways and shit. Like, it's unbelievable. So that's the issue. Is there's a lot of things on Kick that you have to look out for. It's kind of like the way Twitch used to be before they cleaned up a lot of their bullshit. Like, Twitch used to be a lot worse than it is nowadays. People don't really want to give them credit, and that's understandable. But trust me, Twitch used to be a very, very degenerate place. Like, you'd have so many more bots than you see nowadays. Bots and trolls and, yeah. There's this dude I sometimes tune into on Kick who just tweaks out on crack with an uncontrollable gambling addiction. Yeah, that's the type of shit. And that shit is totally within terms of service over there. No issues with it. No issues whatsoever. And could possibly even be literally on crack, and nobody in the moderation team would really care. I mean, they probably would care, but yeah, and there was a whole expose that happened recently about like guys going on Omegle and getting underage girls to take their clothes off, and they're all getting exposed now. So like the site already has a horrible reputation because it's getting, you know, associated with that. He loses all his money and cries, "Help me, please," but he doesn't mean help him stop gambling. He means give him money. Yeah, of course. Yeah. He doesn't want help in the form of stopping, because stopping the gambling is out of the question, you know? It's like a certain other streamer we know who's addicted hopelessly to that WWE mobile game. It's called like WWE Champions or something like that. You guys all know who I'm talking about. But he's a guy who's like hopelessly addicted to that mobile game, but he also cries poor all the time. So he goes on stream flat out telling people, "I'm broke, I need your money." And people found out what his account was in this mobile game, and it just so happens that he spends just under what he makes in tips or donations on this mobile game. So just as an example, last month as a sample size, he made $11,000, basically on the dot. It was like $11,000, $11,002, you know, in a little bit of sense. And he ended up spending $10,600 on the mobile game, and people did the math, and that basically worked out to roughly what the PayPal fees would have been on that money. You know, and I'm just throwing numbers out there. These aren't exact numbers, but you get the idea. I mean, this person is spending literally every penny that they receive in donations on this mobile game. Meanwhile, they could be using it to pay off their mortgage, to get a second car, they could be living like a king, but instead they're dumping just absurd amounts of money in this mobile game. It boggles the mind. It really does. It boggles the fucking mind. Well, here's the thing, Kendo, is I kind of want to be hands off when it comes to sound redeems of other streamers. I mean, I know I have the sound effects and stuff, and that's all whatever, but that's a sound effect that I can play when I choose to. But when it becomes a community thing, then I feel like it elevates it to a little bit of a, you know, unnecessary level, you know? Like, I'll play the sounds once or twice a stream and that's it, but I don't want it to be a thing where, like, we're all redeeming sound effects of another streamer, you know? I just don't really want to be that type of streamer where we're dunking on other people all the time. Even though they might be doing some messed up stuff, you get the idea. I do have in my rules not to trash talk other streamers, so even if I'm talking about somebody and you guys all know who I'm talking about, I leave the names out of my mouth. I'm not going to put any other grown man's name in my mouth on this stream, or woman. Any other content creator, period. Anime MGS today? I actually wouldn't mind to play Metal Gear game. Probably I said, yeah, MGS2 was going to be next. Yeah, I feel like we should play MGS2 on PS3. That'd be a great idea. A nuke? Let me grab some water really quick, you guys. Everything should already be set up for this. I'm just going to grab some water and check on a couple things. My best welcome, Brothia? Brothia? What is that? What language are you speaking, Dr. Red? Oh, Liquid saying welcome, brother. Does he? Oh yeah, he still has that British accent out of nowhere too. Dude, I need to DM Matt on Discord and tell him to let me know when the Raiden skin comes back in the Fortnite store. Dear brother. Yeah, I like that. It is I, dear brother. Yeah. That fucking, he gets done with his monologue and then he jumps into Metal Gear and he just goes, yeah. It won't ever because it was from last season Battle Pass thing. It was in the store like 3 days ago though. When I checked the Fortnite thing, it said it was in the store on 3/21 to 3/23. Yeah, I think what they do is they will randomly feature. Yeah, Snake was the Battle Pass, but Raiden wasn't. So Snake will probably never be coming back, but Raiden should every now and then. Raiden is the one I want. I don't want Snake. And you might be thinking, oh my god, you're a fake Metal Gear fan. No, I just like Raiden, dude. Raiden's cool. Can we have that as a sound redeem? Sure. Let's go to soundalerts.gov. .biz. Oh, dude, did you guys see? You guys know who Ludwig is, right? Did you see his fucking Red Bull mic? Dude, it's so cool. I don't know how they made this thing. Is he live right now? Yes. Or he was. Look at his Red Bull mic, dude. This shit is so cool. How did they make this? I can't tell if it's a sticker or if it's like a really custom metallic paint job. That's so sick, dude. I love that he's a multi-millionaire and just uses a $100 boom arm and a $7 XLR cable, by the way. Not that it matters, but that's very cool. I love that Red Bull mic. Looks like it could just be a sticker, to be honest with you. Like some type of, you know how you vinyl wrap a car? It could be like one of those types of stickers for the mic. As time goes by, I think Raiden embodies most of us plebeians. We were just yeah, that's kind of what he's supposed to represent, as sort of like that everyman. Now he does have his own background in the story and different things, but let's see. I'm gonna bookmark this page here. So I can see when he's last available. Yeah, last seen 7 days ago. Now, the first time he was seen was 63 days ago, and then 9 days ago, 7 days ago. So, he's appeared in 8 different item shops on 7 different days. So, I'm just going to keep my eye on this page, and when it comes up again, I think you can set it to notify you. But yeah, I will bookmark this page here, and I'll just keep checking back occasionally to see if he pops up again. Because that I will buy, and I will play Fortnite every now and then with my Raiden skin. I don't want any other skin, Raiden, or nothing. Because I'm a big MGS2 fanboy. But yeah, in MGS2, he was definitely supposed to represent like the average person not understanding that they're being controlled by, you know, governments and elite types, you know. That's kind of his role in that whole story, was to come to terms with that and understand it on a deeper level. Anyways, so yeah, our guest tomorrow. I think I have a solid run of show already, but I'm actually going to go ahead and send off the message now, just so he is aware. We're just small cogs in the big machine. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yes, we have. So the reason for that, John, is because the guest is in Japan, and we worked it out, and it would just be better for him if we did it tomorrow night. Hey, when the Raiden skin comes back out, dude, I was just talking about it. When that skin comes back out, I'll pick it up and I'll play some more. Oh, appreciate that, Kendo. Yeah. I won that one pretty handily, I'm not gonna lie. How do you end up doing on your Fortnite run? I got 3 victory royales, but it was when I was playing against actual babies on Nintendo Switch. I probably didn't even know how to aim. So I got 3 victory royales, and then it matched me up with a bunch of TikTokers, and I got wrecked. So here's the run of show that I've got. Here's what I like to start with. Early gaming memories, introduction to streaming gaming content online. What types of streams or YouTube channels initially attracted you to online content creation? First experience with Silent Hill. What is it about 2 that's made it so prolific and conversation worthy? And then the rest. But yeah. Yeah, I won 3 in a row, but like I said, the people I ran up against legit didn't even know how to aim. They would just start shaking all over the place. It was not a fair fight under any circumstances. Yes, Ito-san is going to be on the pod now. He doesn't even speak enough English, I don't think, to talk to me. Yes, Mario. We literally have Mario. I pulled him out of his digital world to be on my podcast. Daigo, no. No, it's actually well known that Daigo's agent is really, really good. And if he does appearances or something like that, he's paid very well for them. Like, his agent fights for him to make as much money as possible when he makes appearances and things. So I highly doubt that just some random pasty-ass, nerdy white kid from the States with, like, very comparatively low viewership compared to his stream, he would be like, yeah, I'll do a podcast with you. No translator. I would have to type everything into fucking Google Translate and it wouldn't even work very well. God, what a nightmare. What a nightmare that would be, dude. Holy shit. Then Daigo gets mad and does Daigo Parry IRL. Then the hospital arc begins. No, like, they got to put me in the fucking, what is that? The recovery chamber? Where it's like filled with that fluid and they hook up all the hoses to me that the Saiyans use to recover. The Saiyajins. Dude, I was watching an LA Lakers game the other day and they actually used the golden eye. They use the golden eye pause menu when they win home games now. Isn't that weird? Look. This was during the in-season tournament, but still. Listen, you can hear the golden eye pause menu music playing here.
Lakers took care of business tonight. Done. We'll
here.
get it to count. Hesitating. The stutter step worked well.
Right here.
Lakers took care of business tonight. Done. We'll get it to count.
That's just cool, man. Like, of all things to play over the PA in Crypto.com Arena, which I still maintain is a horrible name, by the way. Staples Center had such a ring to it and was just such an iconic stadium, and now it's just Crypto.com Arena. And they thought of a cool nickname. They're like, oh, let's call it The Crypt. But then there was like some copyright thing and they weren't allowed to call it The Crypt. So that got vetoed like instantly. And they literally cannot. Even the announcers can't call it The Crypt. It's like, dude, that's such a cool nickname. Why can't you? So fucking stupid.
Nothing like...
I don't know if there is a Staples Arena. I just know that LA, the Lakers, and the Clippers for the longest time played in the Staples Center. And now this guy who used to be the CEO of Microsoft named Steve Ballmer, he's actually putting up his own money to build a whole new arena in like prime real estate downtown LA called the Intuit Dome, which, if you don't know, Intuit is the company that owns TurboTax. So they're like the parent company of TurboTax, and they are probably worth billions of dollars just from all the money they soak up in people doing their taxes every year. But yeah, apparently Steve Ballmer is putting up his own money, and it's like a couple $1 billion to build this Intuit Dome. I don't know exactly how much it costs, but let's see. And that's going to be the Clippers' new home stadium. Intuit Dome cost. Yes, it cost Steve Ballmer $2 billion roughly to build it. The third most expensive U.S. sports stadium. Wow. Jesus, man. Imagine just being able to say, yeah, I'm just going to put down a couple bill just to get this thing made in downtown LA. And downtown LA, outside of maybe like Times Square, that type of area, has to be the most expensive real estate probably in all the United States. Like, he could have chosen to, obviously they are the LA Clippers, so it had to be somewhere in LA, but they literally put that shit smack dab in downtown LA. It's in Inglewood. But yeah, it's supposed to be finished by next year. Yeah, it's supposed to be ready by the 2024-2025 NBA season. But that way, the Lakers and the Clippers won't have to share the same home stadium anymore, like they've had to for, well, ever since the Clippers have existed. Did the Clippers exist first? Because I know the Lakers were originally the Minneapolis Lakers. So did the Clippers, were they an LA team first? Or Weren't they like the San Francisco Clippers? I don't remember. Clippers original city, Buffalo. They were originally the San Diego Clippers, not San Francisco. Jesus, man. My knowledge about all this shit is so bad. Anyways, yeah, they were originally the Buffalo Braves from Buffalo, New York. And then they became the San Diego Clippers. And then in 1984, they moved from San Diego to LA. Anyways. Yeah, there was a buyout of Staples Center a couple years ago. And so now it's called the Crypto.com Arena, which is, like I said, I think it's a fucking stupid name, but who really cares about the name? It's just a name at the end of the day. But yeah, I'll be honest, Fortnite is more fun than I thought it was going to be. I enjoyed myself. And I think that it opened my eyes to the fact that I've been very jaded about Fortnite for a long time. And I used to always sit there and think, oh, that game's for kids. It sucks, this, that, and the other. But no. It was good. It was fun. The gunplay felt really good. The movement felt really good. And really enjoyable. So for all the people that say Fortnite sucks, give it a try. And then tell me if it sucks. Nut fort. Okay, that's just foul, Dr. Red. That is just foul, dude. After all these years, has your opinion changed? Mac and cheese or spaghetti? I would still say spaghetti. I think I've always said that because it's more versatile. You can use different types of pasta, different types of meat, different types of sauce. It's very, very versatile. Whereas macaroni, well, by definition, it does need to be macaroni, but of course there are different shapes you can use. It's tough to say for sure, though. I came for some nightmare fuel. What's up, Dave? You should have seen Gohan's stream. I gave him some nightmare fuel a couple days ago, dude. GG's Gohan, but I definitely beat him like 5-2. Yeah, I beat him like 5-2. Well, I don't think you can because I think the VOD is not available, but... Let me see if it is. It might be. It might be available. Did he get mad? Nah, he just said GG's. Yeah, it might be available, actually. Let's see. This is from 2 days ago. I think that's about right. Yeah, okay. It's here. Rip Putz stamp emo. Yeah, I retired it because there was no reason for it to exist now that the stare emote exists. The stare emote replaces it. So he beat my Yun. Okay, whatever. He beat my Yun. And then I switched to Ryu. And we actually played some Street Fighter. No, you're just supposed to use it all as the one emote now. Here, I'll put my camera over here for now. So you guys can see everything. Why didn't I uppercut that? I could have ultra'd there. I'll just show you guys the cliff notes. We'll skip all the unnecessary bullshit. I tried to uppercut that, I know for a fact. I should have done fierce there. I could have supered every single one of these. I don't know why I didn't. That was so bad. I could have supered every one of those on reversal. Yeah, that's max distance. You can get a sweep in there. That was a little bit off. I would have had to have Tatsu'd there. He's really good at recognizing when people want to jump. I will say that. I jumped. Oh, what? I thought I uppercutted there. All right, whatever. So at this point, it was 2-0. Okay, so he beat my Yun, he beat my Ryu. Now we play. I switched to this weird-ass color. I was trying to pick black and red, but I ended up picking this weird-ass shit brown and purple color. This is the OG Ryu color. The Laugh color. Laugh from Korea used to use this color as well. It's like, okay, whatever. I jump specifically when he wants to SPD. Yeah. I was like, whatever, I'll take that. And then I just... Wait, did I lose this round? Uh oh. He definitely choked that. I shouldn't have wasted that meter. Yeah, I started to react to a lot of his condor dives in this round. Because I was like, look, I'm seeing it enough at this point. I'm just going to start uppercutting that shit as soon as I see it. Yeah, he's going to get that off. I needed to stop jumping. And he goes for that a lot, so I got a bunch of these punishes off of that. I backdashed because I knew he was going to go for that. Double plank. Oh. Good reads by him. I was a little bit too scared to press a button right there. Good reads by him. He went for a really quick dive into straight SPD, so that was a good read. I knew he was just going to go for something really disrespectful right there. Double plink again. I knew he was going to SPD that 100%. I go for a really fancy combo here that I shouldn't have because it didn't even work. But it worked out. We got the American reset. Let's go. Oh, that was sick. I'm not going to lie. That was sick. It shouldn't have worked, but it was sick. That's a lot of damage, too. Roundhouse straight into uppercut. See, I'm seeing it. I'm like, no. Get out of here with your random EX Condor dives. Well, they're not random. But, you know, just these mid-screen EX Condor dives. No, 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 no. I was hitting like every fierce blink this set, too. I thought he would SPD right there. I was surprised that he didn't. But that's why I backdashed. I was trying to bait that. Should have swept that, and I just fucked up right there. That's all there is to it. I was getting a lot of these fierces and just staying out of SPD range. That's a good question. We might actually talk about that tomorrow, because the guy that I'm going to have on is a big Silent Hill fan as well. Why didn't I uppercut that? See, this is what, when I watch my gameplay, I'm just like dumbfounded as to why I'm not uppercutting certain things. You gotta just let that shit fly as Ryu sometimes. That was good read. I did it late so that I had enough time to hit that and confirm it. Okay, that was out of range. I fucked up so bad right there, dude. I end up winning this round. I'm like 90% sure. Yeah, he had enough time. The SPD, he just didn't. Maybe execution error, I don't know. See, I backdash a lot there because I want to make sure he doesn't. And then I started heavy taxiing. And when you start taxiing on Gohan, I could have done it there too. I don't know why I didn't do it there. I have a lot of meter here, so there. All right, so 2-0, and I was kind of feeling it. I was kind of feeling the momentum at this point, so I really started playing further back here. Look at that. We're hitting everything now. Feeling it, flowing. Uppercut. Oh, wow, that was so close to being a safe jump. Oh! I uppercutted that. I was mashing that shit like my life depended on it. I mashed like a potato farmer right there. But look at this 4 jab combo. So far. And then I mashed like a potato farmer right there.
Thank you, Jacob.
But yeah, he gave me a lot of big focus crumples. Like that I'm starting to react to now. I'm starting to backdash out of the way of that, finally. I uppercutted that for sure. That's why I got hit, because I was trying to react to everything. It doesn't work online. Nice, he got me. Oh, what? That's surprising. I'm just throwing shit out at this point.
I love how he keeps backdashing like he just knows. He just knows what he thinks I'm gonna do. You just know. You know.
Why wouldn't I backdash though, dude? It's like the safest option for me. Even if you don't SPD, what can you really do to punish a backdash? You know?
Like he does it immediately. He's so scared of getting grabbed that like he'll do 2 jabs and he'll either backdash or he'll neutral jump immediately.
True. I'm not trying to get SPD, dude. Oh, that was a sick reaction. That was a sick reaction. Just to flex, I did that. Just to flex. Yeah, it's bad, Roman. For some reason in this match, I get fucked up by counter dive, for sure. That was a sick uppercut. Come on now. Look how fast this reaction was, dude. I was playing like a Fortnite TikToker in this round. Watch this reaction. Nope. 160 damage. 3 frames. Let's go. That's a punish. A technical punish. Oh, I hit the hard part and missed the easy part. What the fuck? Nope. Oh. Look at this. I knew he was going to go for something and he would be standing during it, so I went for immediate jump back fierce and it hit. And I just was jiggling the stick at 300 miles an hour to go for that uppercut. I went absolutely ham this last round. That should have been an uppercut. See, he stopped going for the SPD now. Because my backdashing, like, kept him from going for that. That is a punish, but I just didn't execute it very well. Nice, good reaction by him. That trade sucks. Mexican uppercut. That's what it's actually called, guys. That's what it's actually called. I hate the corner. Fuck the corner.
You don't like that corner, do you? You can't. Backdash. Here's your jump. Medium kick.
Dude, I fucking hate the corner. I'm Ryu. Why would I like the corner? It sucks. Well, I don't know what the hell that was. That was a major execution error. Nice. That was good by him. Good combo to punish that. Nope. Nope. Good reaction by me. That was just excellent playing by me. "100% I was going to go for that."
Okay. That boy fighting for his fucking life.
I was, dude.
I know his asshole is tight. That was fighting
Oh
for
my
his life.
god, dude. This round, I went absolutely nuts. Look at that shit. Watch this combo.
Good shit. I think that's the first time he's beat me in a set. Good games, Stampede. Good games.
See, you know what I like about Gohan? He takes his L's like a fucking man. I do that nowadays too. I used to be really salty.
He got me, bro. He got me. I'm happy for him. He finally got old Gohan. I'm happy for him, bro.
Yeah, but you know, that's the thing. I used to not take my L's like a man. Nowadays I do. Back in the day, I used to get so salty and I'd just be like, man, I fucking suck. I'm horrible at this game. I'm shit. But nowadays I'm just like, GG's, man. GG's. I say it to, dude, Exeter beat my ass 5-1 the other day. Yesterday, actually, he beat me 5-1. I'm like, GG's. I'm so bad at the Chun match. I managed to beat Exeter in a set one time, but it was like so laggy and he was trying to play on keyboard because he was just trying to flex. But apparently he's like a full-blown hitbox player now, so it's not very easy. Anyways, yeah, so just wanted to show you guys that. We'll play again, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll play again, I'm sure. And he'll adapt, and, you know, he's not a bad player. He used to get so clutched. Dude, I would, for real. Like, I would legit have to be reminded to breathe. That's how, you know, clenched I would get. For real. And back in the day, in some of my older clips, when I didn't know how to use mic settings whatsoever, you could actually hear me like, like I would just stop fucking breathing, dude. It was a problem. I was working at that time, couldn't chat, but you smelled what was cooking. I appreciate it. Yeah, but that's what I like about Gohan. He takes his L's like a man. He's just like, good shit. You got me. You know, he wasn't mad. He wasn't like calling me a scrub or saying this or that. He was just like, you know what? You got me. GG's, good shit. And just move right on. That's how a fucking man takes an L. And I took 2 L's to him in the past week. So you know, it's not like I haven't taken them. You say GG's and move the fuck on. That's all there is to it. Yeah, man. And, you know, I hate saying this because it makes it sound like I'm way older than I am. But now that I'm getting older, that's kind of how I approach stuff. Because, I mean, the game is the game. You know, you're going to get mad. You're going to fuck things up. Online Street Fighter 4 is not perfect. It never will be. So you're going to fuck things up in online Street Fighter 4. The game is going to fuck you out of things. It's going to eat your inputs. You're going to miss reaction sometimes. You're going to hit the reaction, but the input delay is going to mess you up. That's just how it is. There's no point. There's no point to like take it out on the person that you're playing, you know? There's just no need for that. So whenever I lose nowadays, I'm just like, good shit, dude. Move on and just chill in their chat. Ninjas and Tubman set yesterday are nuts too. Did they play on Street Fighter 6 or 4? Oh, 4? Yeah, YOLO's a good player. I don't know why the hell he plays Hakan, though. Dude, Hakan is like the weirdest fucking character in the game. He's so shit unless he has oil. And I just, you know what? I respect people that like take Hakan and play him at a high level. I just don't understand why you would want to nerf yourself so hard playing any game like that. It's like if I chose to play Fong in Street Fighter 5 or whatever, you know, like this character who is objectively throughout every single version the worst fucking character in the game, and for whatever reason I want to play him. Like, why, man? It's so bad. Like Hakan, he may not be the worst in the game, but he's close to the worst in the game. Red Focus helped him a lot. You know, like I said, when he has oil, he's plus on some things and that really helps him out, but for the most part he is not that good. Yeah, like DJ is another example of a character you could make the argument is one of the worst characters in the game. Dan is one of the worst characters in the game. Yeah, Blanca's not even that good of a character. But he's really good online because he's got like the slide and he's got all these 50-50s and people love to do the hop into throw. And a lot of people can't react to hop throw online. So he's a character that excels in an online environment, but take Blanca offline and you like rarely see any Blancas actually consistently getting like top 8 in tournament. Casablanca is a little bit different. He doesn't play like every other Blanca. Casablanca is very much about like building meter and playing for the red focus crumple into ultra too. And that's what I love about watching him play. He's not like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, jump cross up and hop grab 30 times around. He will like wait for you to press a button, counter it with that crouch fierce, that up punch, and then into red focus, dash forward ultra 2 and take like a quarter of your life. That's what he's gonna do. In one combo. Oh yeah, for sure. Like Cast plays very, very smart Street Fighter and it makes me mad because I can't just gimmick him. It doesn't work on him. He techs everything. He uses like all of his pokes really, really well. The only 50-50 that he does is that shit where you Blanca ball as you're getting up and you can't tell which side it's going to hit you on. But I would say that's more skill than anything because you actually have to time that and charge it really well. Whereas the whole just, oh, jump, cross up, hop, throw, like that doesn't really take much skill. You just go for that and hope that people don't know how to stop it. Or just, you know, stand full screen and just randomly slide every now and then and hope that it hits. That's another one that a lot of Blancas go for. And it works frequently. It works very, very frequently. He also mentioned something about take advantage of turtling and then can instantly shift to aggressive. He hits all combos and has great spacing. Yeah, that's another thing. He likes to play what I call hot cold. And no, that's not an original term. I got that from somebody else. But he'll play very cold in the beginning of the round. You know, slow, not really pressing a whole lot. He's kind of like standing half screen, blocking mostly everything. And then when he has meter and it's like getting down to the wire, like last 20 seconds of the round, he just fucking goes in. And you're not ready for it because it's like, dude, he was playing so solid. What's he doing? And it really catches you off guard when he starts going for the fast mix-ups. Because the pace at which you have to play the game is so different from the beginning of the round to the end of the round. Yeah, he definitely does. All right, we're going to start the game here in just a second. Give me just a sec, you guys. MGS2 tonight. I gotta put the HD collection disc in. The good HD collection, not the shit one. Okay, so got the HD collection for Metal Gear Solid put in. I thought for a second that I didn't have it, at least not readily available, but I do. So, is it just gonna work? Oh, Magewell, I fucking love you, dude. Magewell as a company? Amazing. Also, if you guys are interested in playing Metal Gear Solid games on PS3, I highly recommend these Brook adapters. Because these Brook adapters let you plug in a PS2 controller, and then the other end you got USB into the front of the PS3, and then this gives you basically one-to-one controls that you would have had on PS2. Pressure sensitive buttons work perfectly fine, and in my opinion everything else works better too. So get one of these Brook PS2 to PS3 adapters. That's exactly how I play these games. And you don't have to worry about charging your shit, so it's very nice. I've also been using these adapters for literally years with no issues, so shout outs. All right, cool. Got the sound working too, so we should be good to go here. All right, Metal Gear Solid HD. Perfect. All right, let me refill my coffee and let's get to it. I'm so excited to play this again, man. So excited. Beautiful. Look how fast that was too, dude. Look how fucking fast that was. Why do I not hear the audio? Oh, I do. Beautiful. 2007 to 2009 Manhattan Tanker Incident and Big Shell Incident. Unfortunately, no. You have to actually buy the international version for that, which I don't own. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna put it under MGS2, the generic one. Anyways, after the Shadow Moses incident, technological data on the nuclear-armed walking tank Metal Gear leaks onto the black market. Solid Snake and his allies form the anti-Metal Gear NGO Philanthropy, set out in pursuit of a tanker carrying a new Metal Gear prototype, but Snake falls into a trap set by former Foxhound member Ocelot and is believed lost along with the tanker at the bottom of the Hudson River. 2 years later, the Big Shell, an oil spill cleanup facility constructed on the bay, is taken over by terrorists led by a man claiming to be the long-lost Solid Snake. The government sends Raiden, a new recruit in the new Foxhound, to infiltrate the Big Shell and rescue the US president, who is held hostage inside. Hey, when Konami actually could do things correctly. Those days are over. The company that they should have hired to do Silent Hill HD. Blue Point Games. All right, I'm gonna go fill my coffee up. Enjoy this amazing intro. All right, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. European Extreme is a little bit too much for me. Nah, European Extreme is way too much for me, dude. I'm shit. One day I would love to do that, though. Oh, what? 2001 dog tags and 2002? I didn't know this was an option. Let's do 02. That's going to be the substance version. Man, this cutscene blew everybody's mind when this first came out.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
But mouse and keyboard. Playing on PS3. The Gorge Washington Bridge. Yeah, later on there's a part where there's a massive typo where it says Gorge Sears instead of George Sears. Should I move it over to here for this game? Maybe we move it over to here for this game. I don't know. I'm used to having it about here. We'll leave it here for now. I love pressure sensitive buttons. The way that Kojima intended me to play it, dude. Here, I'll just take my thing off during the credits then. Look how good that looks, man. 2001 this shit came out. It does, man. Blinded the driver, yeah. Just for extra dramatic effect. They had to swerve off the road. A military advisor, that blew my mind at the time. The fact that they hired a military advisor to help them make a PlayStation game. That's how you knew their dedication was something else. I'm excited too, man. It's been a long time. You know, in Metal Gear Solid 4, he had a vibration director. Literally a guy who was paid to direct the intensity of the rumble in your controller.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Yeah, I gotta get out of the way, though.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused
Damn it, dude.
Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And mimic the lines.
I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true.
I'll
Okay,
get right
Snake,
on it.
let's get to work.
Not
You know
in
how
a
the technical
million
specs of
years.
Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
What kills me is the character portraits being a square, and then the actual characters being a big rectangle that goes outside that square. I always wondered why they did that. Like, they have the square outline, and the characters are a rectangle that goes outside of the outline.
And bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
How many hours of cutscenes? I'd say well over 30-ish. If you were to add them all together.
Your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you?
Highly addictive and hazardous to your health.
Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
You know, the other thing I love about these games is that they encourage you to take your time. You know, there's no reason to rush through these games. Just take your time and enjoy the experience.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
Yeah.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
There's a whole YouTube video that we'll watch after this playthrough just about interesting Easter eggs and secrets in this game, and it goes on for like well over an hour.
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry.
If you look on the right side, you can see where the water ended. Did you guys see that?
Hijack?
That's not supposed to be seen.
Targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
Yeah. Spies versus mercs. Let's go.
rations?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Oh yeah, summer is brutal here too, man. 100%. I don't know if we reach quite those temperatures, but it gets really bad here as well.
KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses.
That's right.
Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it.
If you press R1, it's his positive thought about what's being said, and R2 is the negative thought about what's being said.
You want to save.
Got it. No doubt about
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
And that goes for Raiden as well, not just Snake. Okay. What the hell? What the hell was that, dude? That dude just missed his kick and ran away. Yeah, that counts as not even an alarm because I got there before it got triggered. That was godlike stealth. You don't even need to tell me twice, dude. I don't know what happened, but we got the job done. That's what happened. Oh, we're gonna see it. DSP playbook, yeah. How do I use the rations? What's going on? Okay, that's... I'm doing this for a reason, by the way.
Good.
It'll be funny later on. Oh yeah, the smooch sound. Don't you have to hide in the locker to get that, though? There we go. So stupid, dude.
This reminds me of when we first met.
I was the one inside the locker that time. We're equal now, huh?
Not unless I wet my pants.
That's a low blow, Snake.
But factual. Where's the lie?
You can also hide enemies you've knocked out in the locker. Just open the locker, then drag the body to the locker.
Ooh, there's a specific one I'm looking for. Okay. We got to do it a little bit more.
Push the action button once more.
I forget how this works exactly.
You can also hide in it. Push the action button. You can also
You'll know it when it happens.
You can also push the act.
Okay, let's try the other one because there is another one in here. I think it's over this way. Yeah, I love the hilarious shit you can do as Raiden as well. Yeah, here's the other one. You got to be careful over here though, because that guy will hear. Okay, you can hear the heartbeat now.
If you open the locker, you can use the door as a... You can also
Wreck it, then lie down and call Otacon. We also need to take the picture here.
What do you think you're doing?
There it is.
Snake? You don't have enough to keep you busy? Try to remember the mission if you can.
He was actually jerking it. And that should be a trophy if I didn't already have it. Yep, there it is. Fucking snake beater.
Good.
Let's see if he says anything about that.
See those lockers?
Okay. Look, we got the job done. Mission complete. Nothing left to be done here. The camera was on, unfortunately, but we did it. The now version? Oh no. No, we don't want to. How high could you be when you tried your... You can't say that. Bet some of them still look alright. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's always a little bit nerve-wracking just because you never know if they're going to see you and then you gotta be extremely careful. What's on the TV? Oh yeah, I forget. That is something cool, isn't it? It's the Arsenal gear downstairs, right? Yeah, it's the Arsenal gear bay downstairs. And then if you shoot it, it fills in the rest of the... because it's a plasma screen. Oh yeah, it's Ray. Oh yeah, the dude with the headphones is down here, right? Or no, he's just asleep.
Freeze.
Oh, get USP first. Oh yeah, we have to go up to the top. I forgot. We have to go up to the top in the sort of cockpit area. Yeah, there we go. Until we fight Olga. Got him. Now, I could be getting dog tags, and I probably should. Like, if you go right in front of these guys, and you hold them up, they'll shake, and then you can get their dog tags off of them.
Freeze.
Like this. You can see that little shimmer on him. Now, if you just hold this, you'll get the dog tags. There we go. Masanori Inui. And from what I remember, a lot of them have the names of staff members on them. Olga or Wolf? Wolf. He asked me. I didn't even give an answer. I didn't say a damn thing. Relax, Doc. I didn't say a damn thing. Yeah, no chaff for this, so we just kind of have to go underneath. Now this floor can be a bitch because we have a security camera to deal with. And this.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
There, I zoomed in the camera ever so slightly and made my camera smaller. That should take up less of the screen.
Infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Wow, that guy's oblivious as fuck. Nope, not in a million years. I'm not fucking with that at all. Not unless I have the USP. Once you have the USP, you can easily break the cameras, but until then, it's never a good idea.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Man, there are games nowadays that don't execute cinematic cutscenes this well, and I'm not even just being nostalgia goggled, there really aren't. Like, there's very few games that actually nail this as well as they did here. I know a lot of times people have a tendency to be nostalgia goggled and just say that things were so much better before, but I have seen very few things, even modern games, that match this level of cutscenes, at least. That's true. Yeah, they barely even fucking work, let alone.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype
Here, you know
is
what?
ready for solo testing.
I think the best place for this is actually down here.
That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for
whatever.
independent deployment without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal.
I remember the DSP playthrough of this where he goes, "Well, good job, Snake. You killed her and her unborn child. You're a true hero." Because he didn't realize you were using a tranquilizer pistol. Astounding. Man, these reflections too. Look at that. I love the way the wind starts blowing his headband as you open the door too. Technology.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
This lady was on Outer Heaven stream the other day, by the way. The lady that voices Olga.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze!
Who's the baby daddy? That's the ultimate question, isn't it?
Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard.
It's the one piece of lore that MGS2 fans need to put all the pieces together.
A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
Yeah, Vanessa Marshall.
Wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing.
We're gonna go to the top of that and get the thermal goggles here in a second.
It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think You deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice either.
Yeah, so most important things to do here is immediately shoot this spotlight out. Because if you don't, she's just going to use it for cover constantly and you're not going to be able to do shit. Well, shoot that out and then shoot the straps off of this thing.
I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents.
Shoot this.
Is my life, my family. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good.
There we go. Now she's got nothing. And I'm pretty sure you can just like go under here and hit really cheap shots on her. Well. If I didn't take forever to aim, that is.
Wherever you are, you're not stopping us.
Oh. I got sneezed. Jesus. That was a violent sneeze. What the fuck, dude? No, dude. The timing was so shit. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The fact that I have to use a ration in this fight is so embarrassing. There we go. My brother criticizes these games saying they're all cutscenes and stuff, but like you can skip the cutscenes and still get a good length game with great mechanics and gameplay, and the visuals and music are great too, plus great sound design. Yeah, plus like I said earlier, these games encourage you to take your time. You're not supposed to rush and just skip through the cutscenes. Unless you're speedrunning, but the whole point is to take it all in as one singular experience. You're not supposed to be skipping the shit anyways. Like, skipping the cutscenes is completely missing the point. And if you're not willing to, like, slow down, it's fine. Just don't play these games. Like, just play other games that don't require you to do that. That's why their other games exist.
Cypher.
I've met so many people that have the same criticism of Metal Gear. It's like, oh, it's all cutscenes. It's like, dude, you don't have to play it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cypher.
A Marine Cypher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the...
Yeah, sounds like he was just trying to change his opinion.
Be simple.
Snake, there's something...
Yeah, exactly. If Kojima animated, or his team animated all these cutscenes, then I am gonna watch, absolutely.
Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
From EE.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister.
right.
We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
EE?
Her name is Emma,
That's right.
but I always call her EE.
That's right. Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
Yeah, casually broke into the Pentagon's entire system. That's because that's just what he does on a daily basis. I mean, what's so weird about that, dude? That's just like how he operates, dude. Shave the beard and dress up like Otacon. Here we go.
Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
It's a decent one. USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but
Love the rain sounds too.
Still the best way to go, okay?
Yeah, let's shoot her. I think Otacon gets really mad if we do that.
What are you doing? How could you shoot someone who's unconscious? What are you, some kind of a monster?
I didn't get a chance to play the negative version, but you were watching is hilarious. That's always my question, especially in 3. How can they see what Snake is doing if they're literally just talking over the radio? They constantly talk about what Snake is actively doing, but they're just talking to him over the radio. Nah, this was before nano machines, dude. Love the way the thermal goggles look in this game. In the original game, it was all red. They are in his ear still, even in the 60s? Whoa, you can actually see the rest of it. And I think you can get a wet cardboard box over here. Jesus, why did it lock on so hard? Dude, it keeps locking on. I gotta turn that shit off. It's so annoying.
There's somebody there.
Nope. Yeah, I can't think of a reason why. It's just one of those, just because it is type things, you know. If you think too much about it, it does break the immersion, so not much of a point, but yeah.
What you're wielding right now is a converted Beretta M92F, designed to fire tranquilizer rounds. A direct hit will knock the target unconscious. Think of those rounds
I'm sorry,
as
dude.
tiny syringes. The impact of the round causes the mixing of two chemicals in the shell. The resulting gas compresses a tiny piston and injects the tranquilizer in the bullet's tip into the target's skin. The tranquilizer's effects are felt at different times depending on where the bullet lands. A head or heart shot will take effect immediately, but a round that hits somewhere like feet or hands will take a while. Use the first-person view attack for maximum accuracy. The gun is fitted with a suppressor, so there's no need to worry about alerting the enemy with the noise. But since it is a tranquilizer gun, the M9 has its limitations. All it can do is knock the enemy unconscious. Keep that in mind.
Does he not say anything about the box?
Using the old cardboard box trick, huh?
There we go.
Good on you, Snake. Camouflage is the best way to slip past enemy surveillance. But cardboard is just paper when it comes down to it. It won't withstand any serious assault for long. Don't rely on the trick too many times either. And I recommend you keep it dry.
Well, we're fucked. All right, now we can go downstairs. I know, man. That's one of my biggest regrets as a streamer is that we lost that. Dude, it's locking on so hard to the center of his body, I can't even aim up to the head. That was so stupid. How do I turn that bullshit off? See, it's still doing it. Whew, okay, that was close. Yeah, I gotta turn this auto aim shit off. I wasn't even doing it earlier either. What is it doing, dude? Why is it doing that? Never had this issue before. Oh, dear God. Well. All right. That was lucky. Yeah, see, I'm pulling as hard as I can with the stick, and it won't move. I'll have to see if it's a menu option I can change. That's outside. We don't need to go outside. And I shot his radio out. We'll take it. I wasn't even having this issue earlier in the playthrough is the weird thing. So like, why is that happening now? Oh yeah, that's possible. Nope. What? Why is it not working? Oh, dear God. Here they come. Well, this is a fucking disaster.
The situation is normal. All clear.
Oh, please. This is a disaster, dude. Oh my God. All right. We're dead. Okay. Well, they're all asleep now, so. Dude, what in the hell is going on here? How have I even done this?
You want to save, Snake?
Alright, let's see if I can go back to the menu and fix this bullshit.
Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up
Very
on you
tactical,
too.
very
Snake,
stealthy.
since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
Alright. Now that we saved, let's reset. And I'm gonna have to go into the settings of the game and make sure that I turn this bullshit off, because something is definitely not right here. Man, I really need to finish Peace Walker as well. I used to squish the whipped nougat with my fingers after taking a bite of Three Musketeers. I was always a big fan of Twix as well. Twix is a pretty good candy bar. Because it has like, it's basically the same as a Milky, or a Three Musketeers, but it has the cookie in the middle. Outside of that, it's mostly the same. Oh, there was options. Okay, so I can't adjust that? Okay, well, that's gonna be a problem. Is it an issue with my controller, or like what the fuck is going on, dude? Crackle or Crunch are basically the same thing, aren't they? Well, let's see if it's fixed at the very least. Oh god. Okay, that's turbo. I know turbo's on when that happens. Okay, that should be fixed now. Yeah, it's fixed now. The hell was that, dude? That was so weird. See, it pulls to their body, but not to the center, and then doesn't let me move. So yeah, it was something to do with my controller. I don't know what, though. I've not seen Wreck-It Ralph, but... There we go. Can't go in from the left side. You have to go from the right side.
Raven.
Oh, did I lose my pictures? It won't let me let off my... Dude, what the hell is going on with my controller? It wouldn't let me let go of L2. There we go. Yep, I lost my pictures. God damn it, dude. Oh, you know what we need to do? We got to go get him back. It's important. The story cannot progress until we get all these photos. I will not rest until this is done.
Good.
All right. Now we're in good shape. What? I was overriding the... Oh my god.
Good.
Yeah, I think so. I actually changed the cutscenes too. I changed them from full screen to letterbox. Because letterbox is better for streaming. That way my camera doesn't cover up as much. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe I'm totally wrong and it's actually worse for both. Who knows? We'll find out. The next full cutscene that happens, we'll find out. All right. Well, only logical thing to do is get a TikTok of it. And I lost my photo of Olga. God, mother. Fuck. I can't go back and get that one. Whoa, that was scary. Get a little bit tipsy. They hurt when letterboxing is mentioned. You guys remember? I was talking about this in an Eternal Enigma stream the other day. Do you guys remember when a widescreen and a full screen version of every DVD was necessary? I do. And you would go to Walmart to pick up your copy of Lord of the Rings Return of the King, and the only fucking version still on the shelf was the full screen. Yeah, they did that for some movies, but unfortunately not enough. Like, some of them you were still stuck with having to buy two separate versions. But some of them did have it on either side, because... Like, I remember specifically our copy of one of the Terminator movies had the widescreen version on one side, and then it had bonus features on the other side. So you got no full screen version. Yeah, it was basically like if you had a CRT versus a widescreen TV, right? Like CRT needed full screen. Square TV needed full screen. Rectangular TV needed widescreen, right? For you to actually see the full frame of what was going on. That was always a little bit nerve-wracking. Yeah, because you would see more in the frame, right? Like they didn't crop off the little bit at the top and bottom to push it to fill the screen.
The port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol of the small room on the port side.
The top and bottom. Oh my god. What's up, Kuri Eclair? How was your stream? Let me get the shout out going. I would fucking love an Eclair right now, I'm not gonna lie. Were you also playing some MGS2? Are you a person of culture? I believe you are.
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch them,
Oh, what's up, the dev? That's a name I recognize. What's up, the dev?
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through.
Oh, I can literally see it. Pacific Drive. What's Pacific Drive? That sounds cool.
The thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives?
Yeah, don't check my camera pics. We'll talk about that later.
Destroy that, and the sensor stops functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's not.
Appreciate that, Dev. Hope everybody's having a great night. I usually play horror games 24/7, but tonight we're playing one of the greatest games of all time, Metal Gear Solid 2 HD collection on PS3 with a DualShock 2 in my favorite colorway, silver. Well, I'm sorry he led you astray with my degeneracy, but I appreciate everybody coming by. And by the way, Dave is talking about my photos here. We're supposed to take photos of a Metal Gear prototype, but take a look at what we've taken photos of so far. We've got an action figure. We've got... Oh, I was just joking, the dev. Listen, I have a very self-deprecating style of humor, and I know that there's degeneracy being spread all throughout this live stream right now. So yeah, we've got one bikini model, two bikini models, an action figure, a corpse, and a lady in here. So extremely important mission data. In fact, I don't think we could continue without it. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, 100% necessary. And we also have a box. So we are Metal Gear gaming we're entering flow state while playing Metal Gear Solid is what we're doing. Period. End of story. And I should have the thermal goggles. Yeah, so I can actually see all these. More importantly, we gotta shoot all. Special. Oh God, appreciate that. That was loud. Yeah, we actually just did a 500 follower stream where I played Fortnite for the first time ever, which was actually more fun than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so there's one power. Oh no, Metal Gear solidified, one might say. Said, oh no. I think that's one. If not, I'm gonna die. Okay. That was one. And we have one more, which now we can actually get up here and look. I think it's this right here. If not, I will die. Hell yeah. What's the deal with Pacific Drive? What's it like? Is it actually some kind of racing game, or is it one of those vibey indie games where, you know, it's like you drive at night with music? That's what it sounds like. Watch me be totally wrong, and it's a game about like... Never mind. I was gonna say something really dumb and I stopped myself. A game about murder? That's dark. Oh God. Well, let's get a TikTok. Let's get a TikTok of our boy here. By the way, our camera is filled up with this bullshit, and we need it for the mission. This one's going on the gram, 100%. All for the gram. Oh shit. Bitch. Got him. There's gonna be a guy with the Apple ear pods on here in a second. You hear it? There will be no fun here, motherfucker. Not an ounce of fun will be had. He's already asleep, but I'm gonna knock him out. Alright, cool. Pacific Drive is like a mix of driving and maintaining a car in crazy physics-breaking areas, and it's like an escape from Tarkov extraction type mechanic. That is so much more interesting than the game that I was envisioning in my head. That sounds really cool, though. You know what? The dev is a man of fine taste because he's big into Silent Hill like I am. I will tell you, this type of game is sort of an anomaly, although I do think it's one of the best games ever made. 90% of the time I am playing horror games. You're stuck in that area with crazier and crazier stuff and you're trying to escape. That actually sounds really fun. I was playing a game called Voices of the Void a few weeks back where you basically scan, you know, these incoming signals from space and it has a bunch of randomized, you know, sometimes spooky events, sometimes not. And it kind of reminds me of what you're talking about. That's all you really need to know. Silent Hill 4, I would argue, you know, could be included there, but some people don't think it's as good. But 1 through 3, those are the crucial ones that you really need to know.
Colonel, we have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control. Sir, the Marine commander has started his speech already.
You're an SH4 hater? Oh, no.
All communications to the halls have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Resident Evil is the one I aligned with when I was young, and I stick by it. Hey, I totally understand that. Resident Evil has the amazing ability to reinvent itself anytime it gets old and continue to remain relevant to this day. So, they certainly know how to do it a lot better than Silent Hill does.
Yes, sir.
When Resident Evil 6 flopped, what did they do? They went back to the drawing board and they said, fuck all this action stuff. We're going to go back to basics, first-person, horror-centric RE7. And RE7 is one of my favorites of the entire series. For that reason. Alright, we cannot stealth our way out of this. Look at these little whack-a-mole motherfuckers. There's one. Bitch, that ain't gonna work on me. I've got thermal goggles. Oh, that was an insane shot. Oh, you hate 7 and 8. Let me guess. Not saying it in a sarcastic way, but I just know that a lot of people really dislike Ethan. Is that the reason? A lot of people think Ethan is like one of the most boring protagonists ever, and I totally see what they're talking about because he really is. He is like generic main character A in every way. I think what they were going for was a character that has little personality so you could sort of imprint your own onto them. I think. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit. But that's how I always took it. you know, he's just a regular everyday guy, and you are kind of, you know, the way that you play the game translates to what his personality would be more like. I don't know.
Who goes there?
Shalashaska.
Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
Oh my fucking lord!
I don't mind the revamp, but they crapped all over Chris's character in order to make way for Ethan, who, like you said, isn't very interesting. Yeah, and what is with that weird ass Chris that shows up at the end of the game? They completely retconned that Chris. He doesn't even exist in Village. They brought back like the buff RE5 Chris after 7. It's like they just said, nah, put that Chris back to bed. We ain't using that shit. Yeah, that Chris just doesn't exist. He got deleted as quickly as he appeared. 100%.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right.
RE8 Chris is voiced by the same guy that does Carlos in 3 Remake, I'm pretty sure.
The exits to the
And they sound identical.
field.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
Yeah, it's like fully commit to something new or don't. You know, don't try to do retro reveals at the end of the game to make us bat chest. Just go fully new and don't even retread old ground. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
We didn't even need a dude named Redfield in the game.
Bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
And I will 100% give you that the boat section kind of sucks. I will throw my hands up and say I have no argument for that one. That boat section is weird.
Photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right.
Without the addition of Chris at the end, it basically was an RE game. Yeah, like the only thing of note is there's that one photo in the main hall of the house where it says Arclay Mountains 1991. There's a memo from Alyssa Ashcroft, who's a journalist character in RE Outbreak. But outside of that, yeah, very, very little Resident Evil going on outside of the herbs.
There's actually one
You know,
little thing.
like the weapons and everything, definitely don't scream Resident Evil.
Monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that.
I think the game is only really scary until you reach the boat, and mainly the Jack sections.
That complicated.
No, it's pretty simple, really.
Mainly being chased by Jack with nothing to defend yourself, and then Marguerite with very little to defend yourself. I thought those were the 2 scariest parts of the game.
Data from the camera. Split the files and encrypt them individually.
And that concept has been hammered so many times ever since Amnesia came out.
So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or 2.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
If he throws in a joke or 2.
Photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
Now that I saw Silent Hill 2 is over the shoulder, I know I made the right decision to not even look forward to the project. Yeah, it's... You know, even as somebody that loves the first for Silent Hill games as much as I do. And arguably, you know, as the years go by, I start to enjoy some of the Western ones too. I just can't really find myself being too excited about it either. I'm kind of right there with you. And it sucks because, of course, we as Silent Hill fans have been starved for things for so long that we want for there to be new things, but I'm not going to sit here and get excited about, you know, the millionth over-the-shoulder horror action type game. I hope that it's not as bad because they did, you know, kind of blame Konami and say that, oh, it's the way that they edited the trailer. It's not really that bad. But who knows for real? I mean, there's no way for us to know. All right, so we're going to take the easy route and we're going to go underground here.
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable...
Yeah, I don't think it needed to keep the exact same perspective to be good. I just think that, you know, it can very easily get away from the original intention if they're not careful, you know. And like I said, Bloober came out and they basically said, hey, we didn't edit this trailer. Konami edited this trailer. This is their fault. Which is not a good look. It's like, why are there so many wires being crossed? Why can't you just put together a definitive trailer that, you know, speaks to how the game is going to be? But that's neither here nor there.
Their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order.
I think that description, Junkyard Dog, goes more so to RE3 Remake. RE3 Remake is a fun game to play, but it is an awful remake. They deleted almost 60% of the content in Resident Evil 3 to make that game happen. And in my mind, that's like far, far too much for any kind of, you know, remake. I mean, you can't just go in and delete 60% of everything and still call it the same game. That's just not really how that works, you know?
But I promise you that they will not succeed. I have a daughter. It is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious, unlike the Army's Rex.
I love RE3 Original. RE3 Original is one of my favorite games of all time. Because yeah. Gotta be careful here. Because while he's looking down, he'll see. No crows, no spiders, no ivy. There were ivies. Yeah, there are ivies in RE2 Remake. Those Groot things, yeah, they're in RE2 Remake for sure. Oh, I think I know what you mean. You mean the ones that, like, spray stuff at you? Yeah. Yeah, those were only in the lab at the end of RE2. Totally get that. There's like 3 different ways to go about this, by the way. You can climb on a wire that goes all the way across. If you level up your grip, you can just try to sneak past everybody. You can knock a couple people out, or you can crawl underneath like I did. So there's like 4 different versions of this cutscene that can play depending on how you get to this this holding area for Metal Gear Ray. It's awesome that they thought that far ahead. The alligator in the original lasts just as long as he did in the remake. Yeah, like 2 minutes, if that. In remake, you just run away from him and then shoot a exploding barrel, and you never see him again. It's like, goodbye.
Its onboard joint tactical information distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon. It is yours to guard. Not too old to think about it.
Yeah, and we were actually talking about this recently too. I just think that PS1 games don't translate to modern systems or modern, control schemes. Obviously, I think it would be cool if they released a modern game that had like the pre-rendered backgrounds and the tank controls and all that. But I am in the minority. Most people would be like, "Oh, this shit is boring." What is this? You know what I mean? Like most people are not going to be impressed by that. And it's unfortunate. It probably wouldn't sell very well. People would be complaining left and right because you know how people do.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason...
So here's his computer. Let's go ahead and upload all these fucked up pictures and you guys will see what he says about them. Which is why I vibe with the remix as they are. My only issue with RE2 Remix was the lazy B scenario. Yeah. Because it's basically the same game. Same environments, just doing things in a different order, right, Dave? Whereas the B scenario in the original games, you actually went to like several different environments and did different things. B scenario was like they just rearranged the item locations and stuff, right? Yeah, no change in story, no impact from... Yeah, because in original RE2, they had that locker where you could either choose to take the machine pistol or the extra pack to give you more item slots, or you could just take both. But whatever you took, the other scenario, the other character you were playing as couldn't also take it.
Any codec moments from you, Snake?
Oh, no.
The first one I'm seeing is...
Watch.
Oh, I don't think we can use this.
Oh, God.
The next image is... It's almost right, but not quite. We can't use this.
All right, let's see what he says about these.
And the next one is... Sorry, but this doesn't work. I hate to ask, but can you try again? Okay, what am I seeing now? Snake, get serious, will you? We need those pictures.
He's getting so mad. All right, best ones. Here we go.
This is, what? Nothing. It's nothing. But this isn't a photo of Metal Gear anyway. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go back and shoot another set. I'll just make a backup of this one.
He's gonna make a backup of it, though.
Last one's coming up. More of these? Is that all you think about? Hey, what you like is your business. Just get those Metal Gear pictures. I'll just make a backup of this one.
You idiot!
4 images. One from the front right.
Oh my God, not a single useful photo in here.
A close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Get the prototype on camera.
Given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the right!
Oh, shit. Well, we're dead. They make us walk the plank. I forgot about that. We are absolutely fucked. Let me take them all on, dude. I'll handle this. You hate to see it. I think it just puts us in the same room, but I'll probably be underground because that's where I came in. Yeah. Did I get rid of my photos, though? Nope. Okay, cool. So I already have those 2 photos. RE8 upsets me, too. I think that they took the feedback of RE7 being too scary a little bit too seriously. RE8 feels like some weird fucking Dark Souls. It's like they tried to combine Resident Evil with Dark Souls. Like you got castles and big fucking dragon characters that you're fighting. And then you got giant lake monsters that you're fighting. Like what the fuck even is that game? Yeah, literally people, the feedback of RE7 was that it was too scary. And that's why you know, they decided to tone it down for Village. I'm not even making that up. That's literally what happened.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age.
And then we need one from the right.
His presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex.
Once again, having basically nothing to do with the series, with a few, hey, we're inserting this person's name to connect the games, right? Yeah, and the fucking, the jail that you find, or like the prison area, where it just tells you everything. It's like, oh my god, this is how they came up with the umbrella logo. Poggies. You know, they expected people to get chill when they read that one.
I have your photos now. Let's take a look. The first one I'm seeing is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. The next image is... Okay, this works. It's a great front view. The next image is... The other photo of the front works. You don't need to take another one.
Okay, so I need one of the left.
This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well. We're okay on the photos from the right, front, and the one of the lettering. The only one we want is a Metal Gear from the front left. I know you can do it.
Alright, cool.
Next generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely.
Let's see if that one works. The whole point of revamping the series was to move away from the action-y stuff, but the action began at RE4. Yeah, I mean, Village seems like they tried really hard to combine 7 with 4. You know, it's got the first-person perspective of 7, it's got the characters of 7, largely, and then it has the currency, merchant, and treasure system from 4. So they were trying really hard to combine 4 and 7.
Image is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot.
And that's it. We're good to go.
Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
It's like they thought to themselves, 7 sold well, 4 sold incredibly well. If we combine 7 and 4, that's a recipe for instant success, dude.
That is all. Dismissed.
Literally instant bat chest success, dude. Everybody was making this face in the boardroom. Uproarious applause. Yeah, at the time, the action in 4 was very new and exciting, and I think the Village section of 4 combines horror and action very, very well. It's when you get to, like, the island, when there's these gigantic shooting galleries and helicopters firing off missiles and Matrix slow-mo. I think that's where people kind of checked out a little bit.
Of a good officer. End of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
I play 0 reluctantly, 1 from 2002, remake, RE2, RE3, Nemesis 4, and 7. Yeah. Yeah. I actually prefer Biohazard 1 to remake. GameCube remake is incredible, but there's something about the charm of the very, very first one that I really love. I love the way the music sounds like Super Nintendo music too. Especially the save theme sounds like fucking Aquatic Ambience from Donkey Kong Country. Oh yeah, people say the train was the best part of Zero, and they're not wrong. Oh yeah, I think Remake is one of the most perfect examples of a remake in the history of, you know, the medium, but there's something about the charm of the original PS1 Biohazard that I prefer. They're both amazing though.
The ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly.
I'm actually, I would not mind at all to play those again here soon, like Biohazard, and then just play Remake afterward. The thing that Remake did so successfully is every mechanic they added enhanced that game. They didn't add any mechanics that made it worse. So that's on top of making the game just beautiful to look at. I don't think they can do much better.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Not you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I don't think Village was just a mashup of 7 and 4 to try and boost sales. RE7 was an homage to 1, that's why it was called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Village was an homage to 4, hence the name Village. I do think Capcom held back on the horror just a bit over complaints, but also with how silly of a premise Village is, and it being an homage to 4 kind of makes sense since it is a bit more campy. The baby section proves they still cared about horror, unlike 5 and 6. No, I can see that for sure. It just felt like the doll maker's house was the only time they tried horror, and the rest of the game was just supposed to be, you know, explosions and gunplay and that type of thing.
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Got him.
When, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War. Metal Gear only has room for one. Lukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
So cool, man. So sick.
Sergey, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
I 100% agree, however, that 8 took a big step back from RE7. Yeah, they didn't even try to shoot him after he killed the general and colonel. They just sat there in bewilderment at one guy with a revolver. These fucking soldiers are useless, dude. They had him outnumbered 12-1, and they just decided not to fire a single bullet.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now.
Marines, yeah.
Still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
I don't think 6 is as horrible of a... I think people do the internet that... Okay. Resident Evil 6 is the internet doing what it does. Something is bad. A content creator or very influential people like gaming media say that it's awful. And then people extrapolate that and act like it's the worst thing ever made by humans. Resident Evil 6 is a fun action game. But that's all that I can say for it. The story is so convoluted, so many converging stories trying to happen at the same time. It's too difficult to follow. Way too difficult to follow. And there's too many characters going on, too many converging story arcs. Like, it's just tough to really care about what's happening. For me, personally.
It's been a while, brother. Who are you? You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother.
I didn't feel like multiple stories. Oh no, it wasn't the only problem. That for me personally though, that was an issue that I had. It didn't converge into an overarching villain like Wesker. Yeah. What was the reason for fusing Liquid's arm with Ocelot again? Because Ocelot lost his arm. You know, Gray Fox cut it off. But yeah, I don't know why they chose to do that.
Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies.
Yeah, there were plenty of arms he could have used.
I live on through this arm.
Well, that's it. Game over. Oh yeah, that's true. He only lost his hand. Man, they amputated the rest of his arm and said, fuck it, throw liquids on you. What kind of quack doctor are they working with? It was in fact me. Well, you got some fucking explaining to do, Dr. Red. And you need to start explaining now. What the hell were you thinking? Can't even have any private time alone with that hand? Oh my god. That's foul, dude. Dude, every time I fight this pussy, he has to jump in the Metal Gear to get a leg up on me. He did it in Rex in the first game, now he's doing it with Ray. Can this dude not fight? Just fight me man to man. What a POS. He noob tubed. This motherfucker has a noob tube. Get out one-man army and start doing the javelin glitch. I love Modern Warfare 2 so much, man. Metal Gear. And we're dead. The snake collapsed instantly, by the way, so... He's not even being woken up by all this. I'll tell you guys the story of another Capcom game that got that treatment. And I've told this story a million times, and I'm going to tell it again after this cutscene. But you're absolutely right, Curry. You're absolutely right about that. What I mean by that is RE6 was criticized for things that RE5 got a pass on and RE4 got a pass on, you know? But 6 got criticized for it for some reason. Hey, no problem, Dr. Red. Personally, I would just choose to defeat this Metal Gear. I understand that other people may not make that decision, but I would choose to put a stop to all this. All this silliness going on right here. And terrorism and blackmail and all this other espionage.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Oh yeah, Mercenaries in 5 was fucking awesome. I will say that. People call the beginning of MGS2 bait to buy the game, when the intro to MGS2 is 2 hours long and a great way to start the game, with tons of Snake action before we move on to the new protagonist. True. Also, in the Japanese version, it was even more of a trick, because Raiden's voice actor, Raiden's voice actor has a very deep voice and a very similar cadence to Snake. So it actually tricks you into thinking you're playing as Snake until he takes the swimming gear off of his head and you see that it's Raiden. Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effects. Computers and atomic bombs, both products of World War II, grew up together. Yeah, in Raiden's intro in this one, he's trying to sound like Snake, but Quentin Flynn's voice is too high-pitched for that. You can tell, obviously, it's not him. In Japanese, it's harder to tell that it's not him until he takes the thing off and you see the blonde hair.
I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet. It takes time, but in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
It pissed a lot of people off, Junkyard. I think over time, though, people have understood. I think at the time, a lot of people were mad because they literally just wanted, bigger set pieces, more explosions, and playing as Snake. And that's kind of what the whole game is a play on. You know, people's expectations and that type of thing. I love Raiden. Yeah, I like Raiden as a character a lot. I never even had an issue with it not being Snake because I was too young at the time. There's a cutscene in this game showing Snake on the tanker shooting an AK-47, and I always tried to find it. Made me mad. Yeah. Yeah, there were a few cutscenes in the demo that didn't make it to the final game.
$30 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
But yeah, I'll show you guys Japanese MGS2 one day. I was gonna lurk and grab food right when I raided you if you guys got me on SH and RE. Hey, go grab that food. And again, I appreciate that raid, whoever that was that followed. Now, I don't have names on my followers, so you can feel free to drop a follow without being called out. I just, you know, have a little notification that plays that tells me someone followed. So I try not to call anybody out if they're just trying to lurk, but I appreciate that follow. It totally wasn't me. I will say nothing. Nothing. Hey, no problem, Curie. Have a great rest of the night. Hopefully we'll see you around here someplace, and I'll check out your stream as well. I'm going to drop you a follow before you get up out of here. You can't just come in here and drop me a follow, be polite, civil, have a great conversation without me dropping you a follow, because that ain't how this works, okay? Boom. I done dropped that follow. Let's go. And you can't stop me either. I'm gonna I already dropped it.
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned.
If you want to derail my stream for 2 hours, don't threaten me with a good time.
What's wrong with Snake?
See, he's trying to sound like Snake, but his voice is too high-pitched.
Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
Just mention RE7 how much better it is than 6 and watch me throw my desk.
I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
We should get into a Discord call and just argue about this for hours on end. Now that's content.
Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
They had to re-record some of these for Xbox
Contact you if anything changes.
so that he could say the back button.
The upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if Kojima just kept that head protection thing on for like half the game? And you're just sat here wondering who the hell this guy is for a super long time?
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Oh, we can't even save yet, can we? Yeah, we can't even save yet. Not until Rose gets introduced. Alright guys, well anyways, I do have work super early in the morning, and actually gonna have to take Bridget into a dental appointment where they may give her something that will prevent her from being able to drive, so I'll have to do the driving. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it here, but I appreciate the dev, you telling Curie to raid. I appreciate Curie even raiding in the first place. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Yeah. So let's find ourselves. You know what? Let's keep this going. Let's find ourselves a little raid target here, and I believe I know who I'm gonna raid. Let's see who's on. Cat Link is on, playing Alone in the Dark. Let's see. I think an Eternal Enigma was on, was he not? Yeah, he's on. Okay, guys, go hang out with an Eternal Enigma. He's finally back. He took a long break to go to PAX East. Good dude. I've rated him many times. You guys already know Enigma. You know and love him. So with that being said, I'm going to disappear into a puff of Silent Hill fog, and I will talk to you guys. Oh yeah, if anybody wants to join the Discord, there's the link for it. And I have a couple of YouTube channels. But anyways, I'm going to disappear in 3, 2, 1.